in the wake of the January 6th insurrection and multiple acts of racially motivated violence, President Biden launched an ambitious national plan to combat domestic terrorism.
The national strategy is designed to coordinate and provide a principled path for the federal government's efforts to counter the heightened domestic terrorism threat using all available tools.
Now, more than a year since the program's launch, continued tragedies have many questioning whether any progress has been made. But experts say the administration has had some success.
If you look at the severity of that threat, I give the administration a B-.
President Biden's strategy is made up of 4 pillars: understanding and sharing information, preventing recruitment and mobilization, disrupting and deterring, and confronting long-term contributors to domestic terrorism, like systemic racism and conspiracy theories. On the first 2 pillars, the administration has made clear progress. Administration officials say they have tripled the amount of domestic terrorism-related information shared between departments over the past 12 months.
The FBI, the National Counterterrorism Center, and the Department of Homeland Security have produced 3 times more intelligence products on domestic terrorism this year than last.
And the Department of Homeland Security has launched a Center for Prevention Programs and Partnerships, known as CP3, a modest-sized grant program to fund public health-style approaches to reach individuals at risk of being radicalized. Greer, who has worked in both the Department of Homeland Security and the White House National Security Council, says the last 2 pillars, including confronting racism and conspiracy theories, have been more challenging. The Justice Department has more than doubled its investigations into acts of domestic terrorism as of September last year. But Greer cautions the numbers aren't as impressive as they sound.
I want to give them credit that that's a big increase, but I would say it's barely keeping up with the threat. And a lot of those are people who are, you might call kind of technically in the domestic terrorism category. So protesters in Portland, Oregon in 2020, who were maybe throwing rocks at a federal building, as opposed to those who are killing Capitol police officers invading the Capitol. Those just aren't parallel.
Combating online conspiracy theories and systemic racism has also proven mostly impossible. And an effort to create a disinformation governance board to combat misinformation was abandoned after criticism. And ultimately, whatever progress is made by the Biden administration could be undone if Congress doesn't act.
A next administration who doesn't take it seriously could dismantle what little has been done. Or, in a way worse, they could supercharge what's been done and look at their political enemies as opposed to those who seek to commit violence.
Thank you for joining us this week for our conversation about extremism in America. Next week, we're taking a look at another hot-button issue, and that is immigration. It is an issue that people aren't just passionate about during election season. What the uncertainty around DACA means for those who rely on the program to live in the United States. Until then, outside of Memphis, Tennessee, I'm Chris Stewart, and this is The Race.